Hello, this is Josh from Advanced Camping, bringing you a virtual tour on this 2021 Winnebago Solis. This is a brand new lineup, and we're very excited to offer it to you. This is going to be a really cool pop-up that you can actually stand up in without that pop top needing to be up. So we love that. It's going to have 4-season capabilities, 220 watts of solar to give you off-the-grid capabilities. The features are just endless on this at a very, very reasonable price. So we're very excited to show you the new 2021 Winnebago Solis. So let's dig into it here. So we have the nice new Winnebago running boards. Nice and wide, and they have a lot of great rubber on board. We're going to have the new roll-off screens here that have a magnet so you can easily get in and out very easily. Is a nice strong grab handle there. I love that they put the fridge right here as well. Easy access when you're either at a campsite, maybe on the beach, or who knows, tailgating maybe. You have almost like an outside refrigerator here and freezer that you can easily access while still being outside, because that's the main goal, of course, is to be outside a little bit. So let's take a quick walk around here. Very cool branding, definitely looks sharp. Yeah, let's walk around here. So in the back here, there's a few key features. One is you can make like a little outside shower tent here with these tent poles. I can't really do it one-handed, but these snap together, and basically you can create a little tented off area back here and use your outside shower, which is right here, and potentially shower if you're at the beach or really anywhere, and have the ability to shower with privacy. So love that. And then we also have a lot of our connections here. Okay, we have all of our like city water hookups. We have different dry camping setups, winterizing setups, and everything's very, very easily labeled. I love that. You don't have to like search through the owner's manual to find which position everything needs to be in for winter usage or dry camping usage. Everything's just right there, so you know the right configuration at all times. Of course, there's going to be extra solar input if you want. The controller can handle up to 500 watts, so if you wanted to put a little external solar panel on, you could do that. We do have sort of like outside outlets, if you will. Nice big place to store some gear right here. Then of course, I was going to show this a little later, but this almost kind of plays into your outside storage. This just kind of clips in place here. Excuse my shoddy camera work here, but there's a lot of moving pieces on this Solis. So you have a great under storage here, really well utilized. You can keep that open if you want when you're actually outside and need to get at your gear quickly. And when you want it to be nice and tidy and neat, it all just folds right into the floor. Along those lines, we're going to have these new latches that just latch perfectly the right time, the first time. There's going to be some storage by your wheel well back here as well. That's all kind of like accessible from the outside here. This great little netting, all this plays into, hey, you're going to be active, you're going to be outside. It's sort of meant for that mentality. Certainly you can do it ski trips, perfect with this 4-season capability. I know you're thinking, well, it's got a tent on the top. Well, you don't need to use that tent. That's the beauty of the Solis compared to other pop tops, is it's completely optional to pop that up. So if it's nice, you're on the beach, hey, why not pop it up, get some extra airflow, put the kids up there by all means, but you don't have to. That's the cool part. Also going to be a nice screen on the back, of course, and we're going to have a hitch which we can tow, and there's going to be wiring, maybe small fishing boats, or Of course, we see a lot of biking, kayaking. All those mounts can fit nicely into your 2-inch receiver. Moving around here, just love that branding. It's got kind of that sunset feel to it. Just looks classy. And all of our tanks are going to be insulated, heated, and then all the plumbing is actually going to be inside the coach to truly give you that 4-season capability. So even the drain here is going to be heated for your black water. Your black water is going to be on your cassette toilet, but your gray water here too, that valve is all going to be heated. And then your cassette toilet, which is going to be right inside there, similar to your Revel, and that's going to be nice and heated and insulated as well. And then you can drain that anywhere. That's the beauty of having that cassette toilet. You could stop anywhere and just take it out and simply wheel it around to a toilet and dump it. So you don't need to find a dump station. And I may get some flack from this, but a lot of people will empty their gray tank. I mean, it's clean water. So, if nobody's around, it's just gray water. No biggie. So, on the side here, we're going to have our Truma exhaust from the hot water heater and heat. And this is just going to be venting for the battery compartment there. So this is on the 2020 Ram chassis. No real differences. Just a model year newer. But still, for trade-in and resale value, always nice to have. So as we go inside our coach, I want to kind of point out a few things here. We have another outside shower port right here, so we can easily rinse our feet off, or if you have pets or kids, you can spray them down right here. Maybe you have a spouse that's getting out of line, you can just spray her down. That's all readily done right there. And we're going to have central heat throughout. I love that. Even inside the bathroom, which is going to be great if you're storing gear in there, maybe wet gear. It's made so you can hang and store wet gear, and that's all going to be heated and dried out inside your bathroom there. I love the detail work. Look at the detail work on here. Someone really took their time to really get this right. Almost looks like an airline type seat, except for the detail. I mean, that is really, really cool. Really makes it look classy. And there's 3-point seat belts on here, as opposed to other Winnebago or other motorhome products, really, that will only offer lap belts. So 2 3-point belts are going to be much, much safer. And there's a little bit of a gap in between the two. So definitely a nice touch. And then again, we get into these new latches. Super, super easy to use. One of those things, it's like, well, how did they not think of that before? Just super, super easy. And then for privacy, these are all screened and you can open it up just like a normal RV. And if you want your privacy, there's just zip up screens here to give you complete privacy should you desire. Just that simple. So great way to go. Over here is going to be our control panel. So the red thing here is going to be for the tank heaters when it gets too cold out. This is the solar charger is going to be for our 220 watts of solar that are on board. Easy to turn the propane on and off. I love that. Don't have to go on the outside of the coach to turn that on or off. And then we'll have our monitor panel here. We can check all of our different tank levels, turn our water pump on and off. And our Truma system here, where we can adjust our heat and hot water. So again, it's going to be central heat, which is much, much more quiet than your traditional heat that just comes out of one spot. So that's going to be a nice plus. And of course, you're not going to have any hot or cold spots. It's going to be evenly distributed all throughout. And then we do have a recirculating pump to give you instant tankless or instant water. So I'll show you how that works in just a second, but that's super cool as well. And then we have, of course, our pop top. Now forgive my camera work, I'm going to try and show you the best I can. So there's going to be power outlets here. There's going to be light switch right here. And let's see if we can show you up here. Hopefully the camera's accounting for that. I'd maybe bring some little lights to stick on the roof or something like that, just to give yourself a little more light at nighttime. But just a huge area up there. I mean, easily a 6'1" person could easily sleep on top there, and it just gives you a ton of extra airflow. So, you know, these are all gonna zip open, they're all gonna screen off up there on both sides, so you have a nice cross breeze. There is a vent all the way on the roof. Let's see if I can show you. There you go. And you know, that'll a little fan there to give you some extra ventilation. So very nice. We have 2-burner stove. We're seeing more and more people ask for those 2 burners as opposed to the induction. So yeah, everybody falls on a different end of that. Some people like the induction, some people like the 2-burner. In any case, you have a 2-burner propane stove here. Let me show you the bathroom. So really smart setup here. This is what's really going to set it apart from a lot of the other pop tops, is you have a bathroom. Definitely a huge plus. So, you know, you can swivel that seat. You can see I have it sort of swiveled over, and you can sort of use the restroom in any position you want, and that all goes into that cassette toilet, which really can be emptied anywhere. So you can really be off the grid with power, you know, in terms of power, and also in terms of water. You know, you're going to be set to go no matter what the case may be. And Winnebago's really proven that with their, and again on this you have that automotive style insulation, the same as you have on the Bolt or the Revel, just to keep that 4-season readiness at all times, ready to go in any situation. So you have a nice rack up on the top here for hanging clothes or gear or anything like that. There's going to be places here where you can use those bamboo storage things and sort of dry your gear, and that's going to be all heated. There is a heat duct underneath there, so that will sort of vent and heat out everything. And then you're going to get some ventilation in here too. As the warm air and moisture rises, it will kind of come out here, so it doesn't become kind of stagnant air in there, especially if it's wet. So very smart idea there. Okay, speaking of smart ideas, we have a nice Recirculating Eco Hot Pump here, and that's basically going to give you instant hot water at the tap, and so you don't have to use up your gray water capacity by turning the hot water on, and then, you know, it's gonna give you cold water, and then in a few seconds it'll give you hot water. You don't have to worry about that with this Eco Hot system. So you can preheat your hot water here, and boom, in 5 seconds later it recirculates the pump and gives you instant water right at the tap there. So love that. Really smart idea. This might really catch on in the RV industry. Simple idea. You would think, again, there's a lot of simple ideas in here that you think, how did they not do this before? So you can actually tell your exact freshwater tank level here by just turning this light on. You'll actually be able to see the water level. So you don't have to go by thirds anymore, guesstimates, you know, depending on which way the vehicle's leaning. You're never quite sure on those you know, tank levels. Now you can actually see where your water capacity is at. So super smart, love that. Makes total sense. Okay, coming in the back here, we have a nice big strong power fan. I was really glad to see that. You know, that's going to be remote control. That's the same as they have, you know, in your Travato with the louver system, you know, so it doesn't get wet in here when you're running the fan if it's raining. And it's just going to create a ton of airflow in this small of an area. You really don't need air conditioning with something like this. It's going to move so much air throughout here. You're going to be very comfortable. So I love seeing that nice big powerful strong fan here. And then we sort of have this Murphy bed set up where you can sit here, And we can bring your table down here and you can work this way. And then of course you can just unlatch this and your bed just folds right down. Have all your bedding here. And then there is actually a big storage area on top there, you can see. Okay, love that. Another big storage area over on this side. So they really use every little bit of space they can. So great place to work. You got a Murphy bed set up here. You can just chill, relax. You know, maybe you have some kids that you can watch very easily from the back here. Just makes tons of sense. So there's also these little fiberglass outcroppings, so us taller folk can still sleep in here. This is similar to what you see on the Revel. So they've just given you a few more inches, and every inch counts. So it looks like 2.5–3 inches on both sides. So us 6 foot tall people can still very easily sleep on this platform. So it's not just going to be for shorter folks. I like that. And yeah, there's just a myriad of features on this Solis. I mean, it really is capable of doing anything you want any time of the year without worrying about having to plug in power with your solar charger. You know, you don't have to worry about it getting too cold. That pop top, again, is completely optional as well, in the sense that you don't need to pop it up if you don't want to. You can still get around, you can still use everything in here with that pop top down. But of course it does make for great extra sleeping, great ventilation. There's just a 2-piece ladder that clicks into place there, super easy to get up inside there. Outlets, everything you could use. So this is our virtual tour on the 2021 Winnebago Solis. Again, my name is Josh. You can reach me here at 414-281-6330. And of course, check out our website for current stock and pricing availability. That's at advancedcamping.com. If you like this video and want to see more, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.